Hello and welcome to watching the 10 o'clock news. I am Vedant Agarwal. Our lead story, well, politics over the horrific rape and murder incident in Kolkata. But this, as doctors have now called off their strikes. Well, top doctors' bodies across the country have now decided to withdraw their protests. This after the Supreme Court appealed to doctors, including FODA, which is the central body for resident doctors. But remember, the Kolkata doctors will continue to protest. Undeterred, they've been on the streets for almost 2 weeks and they continue to protest on the streets of Kolkata. This as politics continues. Well, today in Kolkata, we saw the BJP leaders take to the streets. There were dramatic scenes unfolding with several of the top BJP leaders in the state also being detained. My colleague Tanushka reports.
As students of the AIIMS Medical College and Hospital watched the Supreme Court hearing, CISF forces were deployed at the hospital according to the court directives.
You can see we have already deployed. So you can guess from our deployment. Let us do our job. You will find our people have come. We have deployed ourselves. Are you setting up a control room too? It will all happen. It will all happen.
Meanwhile, CBI heat continued on former principal of AIIMS Medical College as he was interrogated for the 7th consecutive day. The court too has granted permission for a polygraph test on Sandeep Ghosh and 4 doctors of the hospital. The CBI has seized Sandeep Ghosh's car, which the hospital had given him. His mobile phone too is with the CBI. Amid the investigation into the rape and murder case of the 31-year-old doctor, political crossfire continues between the BJP and the TMC. The BJP held a massive rally in Kolkata against the Trinamool Congress.
It has been proved in the Supreme Court. Today and few days ago, 2 days ago, when Supreme Court stated their observation, in those observations also, they have totally indicated, they have clearly indicated that this state government has manipulated the things.
Mamata Banerjee has written to the Prime Minister, urging him to formulate stringent laws and set up fast-track courts for rape cases. And for the first time since his post on the mob vandalism at the medical college, Banerjee made a statement on the need for a lasting solution. Amid politics brewing over the rape and murder case at AIIMS Medical College and Hospital, the Supreme Court has stood a strong ground for the doctors. While other doctors' associations have called off their strike, the student body at AIIMS Medical College continues to protest. And what remains at the heart of the issue is the brutal loss of a life. And only one question resonates: when will justice be served? With camera person Ashwini Mehra, this is Tanushka Datta for NDTV.
Absolutely unfortunate there. But why do courts have to intervene to make sure that probes and investigations are swift when it comes to cases of women's safety? Well, while the Supreme Court in the Kolkata case made strong observations, including questioning the Bengal government on delay in the FIR and also lapses on the part of the police, the Bombay High Court took suo motu cognizance of the Thane school sexual abuse in which 2 minors were sexually assaulted. It was a kindergarten school where this incident took place. The Bombay High Court said that if schools are also not safe for our children, then right to education is pointless. Take a look.
Tough words from Supreme Court as it asked pertinent questions on the lapses by the Kolkata police in the handling of the murder of a resident doctor at AIIMS Hospital in Kolkata.
This is something which even the Criminal Procedure Code doesn't prescribe.
Yes, exactly.
The entire procedure which has been
Your
followed by your police,
Yes.
police of the state, it is something which at least I have not come across in 30 years of my...
I know. Right. I appreciate it. But Manoj, the facts must be before your lordship's mind. That's the important thing.
Doubts over the investigation and handling prompted the court to ask for an officer of the Kolkata police to be present to explain various facets of the case and investigation in the next hearing. The exchange between the Kolkata police and the CBI and the centre took a political turn, prompting the Chief Justice to intervene and urging both parties to stop politicizing the case.
What we would also expect
please don't politicize these
Exactly.
things.
So Bindu has said bullets will be fired.
Across the political spectrum,
Yes.
parties have to realize, don't politicize.
That's
Exactly, my lord, exactly.
The law
Simple.
will take its
Started by
course.
saying
Yes.
The law will take its course, and we are ensuring that the law does take its course after a quick and efficient
deeply
investigation.
obliged.
The primary focus was, however, for doctors to resume work, and the Chief Justice of India assured them on the steps being taken for their safety and clarified that there would be no victimization for participating in the protests. With doctors calling off the strike, the Supreme Court will now hear the matter on the 5th of September next month, where it will take stock of the steps it has taken apart from the investigation being conducted by the CBI. This hopefully will reassure doctors that the top court is interested in finding an early resolution to this problem. In the Bombay High Court too, a similar scene played out. The court slammed the Maharashtra police for lapses in investigating the case of sexual abuse of two 4-year-old girls at a school in Thane's Badlapur. Remember, both the Supreme Court as well as the Bombay High Court took suo motu cognizance of the two horrific cases of rape and molestation, one involving a resident doctor on duty and another 2 kindergarten students in a school in Badlapur. The Bombay High Court bench said, these girls have complained, but several cases go unreported. It needs huge amount of courage to speak about all this. Definitely the police hasn't played its role the way it ought to be. Had the police been sensitized, this wouldn't have happened. The bench also slammed the Badlapur police for the delay in recording one of the victim's statements as well as the delay in registration of the case. Both cases beg the question, is judicial alacrity in picking up cases a sign of crumbling governance? With Radhika Ramaswamy, Sunil Prabhu, NDTV.
And we're moving now to some other news. Well, the women wrestlers who are set to testify in the sexual assault case involving ex-WFI Chief Brijbhushan Sharan Singh have demanded security. This after the police had withdrawn extra security given to these women wrestlers who are key witnesses in this sexual assault case. The court, of course, has now instructed the police to reinstate their security. My colleague Ishika Verma is now joining us live on the phone line. So, Ishika, tell us the significance of the development that will take place tomorrow, because this has been a rather murky case given the fact that there was all this back and forth as far as witnesses were concerned, and Brijbhushan Sharan Singh has already been framed in this particular case.
Well, yes, in fact, Vedant, as you rightly mentioned, that this case certainly has been very controversial. And if we talk about the developments, there's certainly this big development has now come in. The court, in fact, the Rouse Venue Court was hearing an application where 3 wrestlers who had approached the Rouse Venue Court, they had alleged that their security was withdrawn by the Delhi police. And one among these 3 wrestlers has to testify in the court tomorrow. Now, after hearing this case, now the Rouse Venue Court, in fact, has passed an interim order, and the court has said that as an interim measure to ensure the safety of victim number 4, the DCP concerned is directed to make immediate and appropriate arrangements for her security until her deposition is complete and until further orders from this court. So certainly this is a big development because, let me also tell you that Vinesh Fogart also in fact had tweeted regarding this this evening itself. So this is certainly a big relief for those 3 wrestlers and especially for the one who's going to testify in the court tomorrow. Over to you.
All right, Ishika, thanks very much for joining us with the latest there. So one of those 3 women wrestlers will be testifying tomorrow in this crucial case. With that, we'll take a short break now, but news continues on the other side. Well, looking at news now from Karnataka, well, the BJP versus Congress flashpoint only intensifying over the alleged land scam. Well, the BJP staged protests across the state over the alleged Muda scam in which the Chief Minister is now in the dock. The Congress says it's just hypocrisy. Well, remember, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has also been given the nod to be prosecuted. In fact, the governor gave the nod for prosecution as far as Chief Minister Siddaramaiah is concerned. Take a look at what the Deputy Chief Minister had to say and this report by Pratibha.
All the parliament members, legislators, MLCs, all of us met today
the entire legislative party decided we wholeheartedly stand by the leadership of Mr. Siddaramaiah. At any point of time, he is our leader, he will be our leader. So we condemn the decision taken by the governor. We have already appealed to the court of law. We have confidence that we will get justice. Injustice will not be flown from the seat of justice. We know that the court will respect our sentiments. Mr. Siddaramaiah has not done any mistake in it. It is only a political which is being going on.
Just as Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah convened a cabinet meeting to line up his counter strategy before heading to Delhi to meet the Congress High Command, the BJP staged a protest condemning the Congress's action against the governor and seeking the resignation of Siddaramaiah.
We want the resignation of the Honorable Chief Minister, Mrs. Siddaramaiah. He's been caught red-handed with regard to the corruption. We are demanding the resignation. Our fight will go on until he resigns.
The Congress in its cabinet meeting decided to provide aid and advice to the governor regarding the 4 pending cases against BJP and JDS leaders. They also condemned the BJP protest.
Last time when Yediyurappa ji was given the governor's sanction for prosecution, BJP stages anti-governor protest in Karnataka. They called for a Karnataka Bandh when they were in power. Have we said anything like that?
The day ended with a legislature party meeting of the Congress, seen as a show of strength and solidarity with the Chief Minister, a message that Siddaramaiah would like to convey to the High Command before meeting them in Delhi tomorrow. With camera persons Kumar and Govind, Pratibha Raman in Bengaluru for NDTV.
And news now from Andhra Pradesh, where in what has been the worst industry disaster in almost a decade. 13 people have died and over 30 have been injured. In fact, the death toll has now risen to 17 in this factory reactor blast in Andhra Pradesh. These are visuals of Chief Minister meeting the families of the victims and also the injured there at the local hospital. In fact, my colleague Uma Sudhir spoke to Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu. He says we want industry, but we also want safety norms to be ensured. Take a look.
It has been described as one of the worst industrial disasters. I have with me Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, Chief Minister. Sir, you have just visited all the hospitals, met with the families of the victims as well. Many of them seem to be in the age group who are the source of livelihood for their families.
A very sad incident. By hearing this, we are shocked, very unfortunate. Today morning, straight away I went to console the victims. First, those who are all in hospitals. I went there. Then again I went to another hospital where dead bodies are there, post-mortem. By seeing them, unbearable suffering, very pathetic condition. Then I came here. I have seen the factory. There are so many issues we have to analyze. First of all, I want to console and also I want to give some relief to the families. I cannot get back lives, but I have to rescue their families. That we are doing. That's why we declared first time 1 crore compensation for the deceased, 50 lakhs seriously injured, and 25 lakhs light injured people. We have given money. Now, second issue, immediately I constituted a committee to go through complete details. All omissions, commissions, lapses, everything I want to analyze. We are having a problem of legacy problems also for the last 5 years. 5 years, 119 this type of incidents in Visakhapatnam. 120 members died. Previous government, by constituting a committee, they gave recommendations, no action has been taken. Now I have to streamline total administration and fix accountability, and at the same time I have to sensitize all industrialists, especially red category industries. I have to take more precautions. That is where
SEZ, of course, sir, is a growth in the engine and economic driver, not just for Andhra Pradesh, but for the country itself. Is safety audit and those kind of regulations a challenge? Because you have spoken about prioritizing industry and getting jobs to the state. At the same time, when you ask for safety audit and safety regulations, does that become a challenge for you, a balancing act? Because industry seems to get scared away.
No, I want to discuss with everybody. We want investment. As an yesterday, we will talk about ease of doing business. Now we are talking speed of business, speed of doing business. That is the issue now. At the same time, safety is important. How to do collectively. More responsibility by industry and also government. We want to regulate, and at the same time, we should not harass. Industry should not feel that this government is harassing. That is where, as a balance, I have to act. Otherwise, it's very difficult.
One final question. So you have spoken about upskilling and skill census as well. In your industries here, huge number of migrant labor come and work. Upskilling for your own people also must be a challenge because these are very sensitive chemicals and you need in-depth knowledge to be able to handle. Is that something that you're looking at because this area has huge potential?
No, what I'm saying, all industries, they need some skills. Every industry should have SOP, standard operation procedures. And at the same time, to supervise that, close monitoring, they have to watch carefully. Every person has to follow SOP, then only it is possible. If they should have done in this industry, this type of loss should not have come. I am confident on that.
You spoke about fixing responsibility.
Yeah, even company has to fix responsibility among their functionaries. Supervisory, everything, reporting and watching. Now technologies are coming, use technology. Like there's so many things. By using all these things, you can control very clearly this type of incidents.
You mentioned the last 5 years, has the numbers actually gone up steeply in the number of accidents?
More than double. Everywhere systems have been destroyed. Some of the systems are defunct. They have done otherwise. All these things, legacy problems. For the last 70 days, 80 days, I am streamlining everything. It will take some more time. I am analyzing. Even this incident, I have analyzed. Now I am constituting a committee. Within 3 months' time. Here there is no trauma center. So many industries are coming. How to do it, we will work it out.
Thank you so much, sir. So the Chief Minister is saying that they are going to be taking safety very seriously, even as they welcome industry and trying to create jobs in the state. With camera person Nagraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
And news now from Uttar Pradesh. Well, the government's latest diktat for errand officers rather, the UP government has set an August 31 deadline for all bureaucrats to disclose their property details, both movable and immovable assets. The UP government says disclose the details or lose your salary. Take a look at this report.
In Uttar Pradesh, government employees face a significant deadline. Nearly 18 lakh UP government employees risk losing their salaries if they don't comply with the Yogi government's diktat on declaration of assets. The order brought in August last year had its initial deadline on 31st December. Then the deadline was extended to June 30th and then July 31st. But with only 26% compliance, the deadline has now been pushed to August 31st, and non-compliance will also affect promotions.
हमने उत्तर प्रदेश की व्यवस्थाओं को पारदर्शी तरीके से सुचारू रूप से आगे बढ़ाने के नियत के साथ काम किया है। साफ नियत के साथ सही दिशा में विकास, ये हमारी प्राथमिकता है और निश्चित तौर पे हमारी योगी सरकार पूरी ईमानदारी से अपने जो उसकी जिम्मेदारी है, जो उसके कर्तव्य है, उस कर्तव्यों का पालन कर रही है। और जो भी ये दिशा निर्देश हैं या जो भी आदेश होता है, ये उसी क्रम में उन चीज़ों को और मजबूत बनाने के लिए, पारदर्शी व्यवस्थाओं को और मजबूत बनाने के लिए, समाज का सरकार के प्रति विश्वास और मजबूत बनाने के लिए हम काम करते हैं।
The opposition has hit back saying, why was this not brought earlier?
Yogi ji has realized that their officers are doing corruption across the state, and that's what we are seeing. So this order has to be came at 2017 and should be implemented strictly 7 years ago. At this juncture of time, when Uttar Pradesh government is basically on the back foot, Bharatiya Janata Party and Mukhyamantri Yogi Adityanath Singh basically wanted to divert these issues and don't want to come the main issues on the mainstream, and so they are giving these follow-up orders.
While the deadline has been extended many times, the latest directive comes as an ultimatum to those who fail to comply. NDTV Bureau Report.
And well, that's all the time that we have on the 10 o'clock news. But we leave you with these visuals of the Prime Minister departing from Poland. In fact, he was in Poland. He has departed for Ukraine. Now he's set to meet President Zelensky tomorrow for a crucial meeting.
शांति पर विश्वास करती है।
सर